books and trying to bulletproof them. So one of the things. Hold on. Jeff, say something.
Something.
There we go. So one of the things is that you have to keep things as generic as possible. So what I did is I went through, and I mean, not that Drow is pretty generic, because that is actually a Scottish reference, and I think Sverfneblin is like, I want to say Nordic, but I just went ahead and made them all generic. They're not Drow, they're Dark Elves. She's not Lolth, she's Arachnia, and things like Drider. Well, they're not Driders, they're Erikin, and so I had to go through. Thank God for the find and replace function, right? So spent most of Thursday going through and doing that. I did keep the OGL 1.0A in there just as a safeguard, but I am attempting to move as far away from anything OGL related, and WotC can go fuck themselves. I'm done. I'm not going to deal with them at all. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's not even so bad. Like, if they just wanted a percentage, I can understand that they want that. Okay, I get that, but it's not. It's the idea that they can come and decide, because you're doing too well, they can decide that they are going to revoke your license for no reason. They don't have to give a reason. Yet they don't have to pay you for any of the material that you've created. They can take all of that and use it however they want, and you get nothing. And I'm like, nope. Fuck you guys. And it's not just written content. It's everything. It's videos, it's blog posts, it's wikis, it is websites. They can technically, if they wanted to, at the old shop, Alan charged, or does charge, money to play in a game. They could send in a representative who could either sit in or listen in on a game and decide that they don't like the direction that the DM is taking the game, or they can decide that, oh, well, it's not Adventure League content. And they can say, we're revoking your license. You're not allowed to run games anymore. And we want all the material that the DM has written, and we're taking that, and you're left with nothing. Or they can come in and they can say, okay, well, you're technically producing content for pay, so we, first of all, before your DMs can run any games or private games, they need to submit to us any changes they've made to our material, or any new material that they've created. We have to approve it before they can run that game, and you have to pay us 30% right off the top. I mean, that would essentially make it so I mean, according to Alan, it's not profitable as it is, right? So, I mean, it would make it so unprofitable that shop wouldn't be able to run games anymore. So yeah, that's the world that we're getting to live in now.
All because people don't want to just let people have fun.
Well, all because Hasbro is they're draconian, and they want every piece of the pie that they can get. That's why. They're greedy. It's not enough for them that they made $2.6 billion with a B in profit last year. I don't foresee them doing that this year. Their stocks are already down 30%. So, but the good news is there are other systems. I mean, most of the reason that I've been I wouldn't say panicking. I would say working diligently, trying to safeguard my business. Is that is because the stuff that I've been writing is for old school essentials, which for reasons they have included the open gaming license. I think that they have made enough changes that they could probably, excuse me, they could probably move away from that. But I mean, we don't know. They have been Necrotic Gnome has been extremely silent on the topic, which I can understand. They're probably in a wait and see or negotiation phase themselves. So I get that, but I've been in a number of threads and I've chatted with the owner of Troll Lord Games, and they make Castles and Crusades, and I hadn't really looked at Castles and Crusades. All I knew about it was that it is considered an old school Renaissance game, and they had their current printing of their player's handbook is the 8th printing. They don't. It's still the same edition of rules, but it's their 8th printing. So they've gone through and edited it and cleaned, mostly misspellings and crap like that. And but they were giving away their 7th edition printing for free, and so I downloaded it. And I mean, the one good thing about this is if you've been playing games as long as I have, you don't need to read it verbatim. You can go through and pick out the bits and pieces and go, oh, okay, I understand how this game works. So it took me all of about maybe an hour to move through it. And I gotta say, it's a pretty fantastic game. So it's very similar to Old School Essentials in keeping it very simple. But at the same time, they have taken it forward, and they do a lot of stuff that you would have expected to see in a modern game, such as 5th edition. And one person described it as that CNC is what 5th edition wishes it could be, and I kind of agree with that. So some of the stuff that I've bitched about in the past, disengage action is a great example. Disengage in 5th edition is the dumbest ruling as written that I've ever seen. But they kind of fixed it. So they the way it works in Castles and Crusades is that every round you re-roll initiative. So if you had crappy initiative last round, you might do better this round. That's kind of cool. And at the beginning of the round, if you want to disengage, you announce that you want to disengage. You can no longer do anything else that round, and you do not roll initiative. So you're taken out. And then you get to choose. You can do one of two things. The first thing is that you can say that I'm going to do a hasty disengage, which means that you can run away from your opponent at your full run speed, which I think is 3 times your normal move rate. Jog is like 2 times your normal move rate. So you can run away at 3 times your normal move rate. What happens with that is that you get an automatic -2 penalty to your AC, and your opponent gets an automatic free attack. So there's that. And then the other option is that you can do a fighting disengage, which has always been my that's always been my thing. I mean, you shouldn't really be allowed to disengage without having to do something. And so fighting disengages means you can't do anything else that action because you're spending all of your time, blocking and whatnot. You get no penalty to your AC, but you can only move half your movement rate away from your opponent. But either way, at the end of the round, you and your opponent are separated. So, I mean, that's just one example. There's a couple of other things. It does use ascending AC. It does use attack bonuses, things like that. All of which are optional rules in Old School Essentials. So basically, I can take my campaign setting and probably in an afternoon convert it all over to Castles and Crusades. And I'm like, that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, there's the other thing that, looking on the equipment list, they do still have my personal favorite weapon from the old days, is the Bastard Sword, is now actually included in that game. So, I don't know. I haven't made a decision on which system I want to use as of yet, but I don't know. Castles and Crusades is looking pretty damn good. That's the direction I'm moving. I don't know. I will probably hang on to my 5th edition books just to browse through them and yank out ideas that I can modify and use them for inspiration. But at this point, I'm so disgusted with WotC that even walking into my game room and seeing all these 5th edition books on my shelf, I actually get a disgusted feeling in my stomach. I'm just like, I so don't want anything to do with anything that Wizards of the Coast creates. That's where I'm at currently, unfortunately. I even pulled all of my DM's Guild stuff. I yanked it, I made it private, deleted all the files from the server, and it is no longer up for sale because I refuse. I mean, yeah, that hurts my bottom line a little bit, not a lot, but no matter what, I refuse to give them the 50% that they were taking anyways. So I can at least say I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Indeed.
So that is where we're at. So if you see changes to the YouTube channel in the very near future, probably after we finish out this campaign, I may be just removing everything that's D&D related from the YouTube channel because I don't want anything from them. I don't want them to come at me, you know, wanting me to. I don't want them to ask me to sign 1.1. I don't want them to, you know, send any kind of letters trying to bully me because my response will be to lick my runny butthole, and you know, I just don't want to deal with them at all. I am on a full boycott. I don't want anything WotC. So yeah, fun times. The glorious capitalist age that we live in. So welcome to Waterdeep. The Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. We're down a couple of players, but this, I think you guys got this with just the 3 of you. So let's see, Edith is out. Yeah. Rob Roy Tinkins is out. And so, where we left off, you guys had successfully gotten the 3 keys to get into the Vault of Dragons and unlock the door with your your adamantine bar, your 2 drunken elves, and a were-rat bard that was singing My Beardy Face, and the doors opened. And you have made it up to the upper level, and where we left off, you guys had just killed a black puddin', and Sparkles of the Twilight opened up a very difficult to open trap door in this central room, and that's where we left off. But before we get started, we would like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. Today, we would like to thank, you know what? Let's go ahead and thank Troll Lord Games. They create Castles and Crusades, which we were just talking about. It is an excellent RPG. They have their own rule system called the Siege Engine, and it is a fast and furious game. Skills are done with ability checks. Everything, saves are done with ability checks. It is a really good game system and a very good alternative to D&D. I highly recommend you check them out. I will post a link to their website down below. Their 7th edition Player's Handbook is available. It's on sale right now for free. You can download that PDF and give it a once over. Send them your business. They are a great company, and they have their own third-party license. So you can, if you want to write stuff, you can write stuff under their third-party license, and they're pretty cool. They're not going to yank it from you. If you're a fan of our Saturday game, you can check us out. We have a webpage via Obsidian Portal. It is in the links down below. The adventure logs are written in the manner of news broadsheets that will be passed around town, and the characters at this point are starting to become newsworthy. I actually have a article in mind that will be going up probably this week. I actually have 2 articles I need to write. And so yeah, check those out. It's news about the city, news about the political situation, news about the characters, and it kind of follows along with what is going on. So, so you opened up this trap door, and the black pudding came out of this little niche right here, where it is a damaged section of wall. These are walkways that go across. They're 60 feet above the floor below. They are perilous and crumbling walkways, which doesn't really affect Sparkles because Sparkles can fly.
Did you guys lose the map, or is that just me?
I see the map.
Map is here.
Yeah, you might need to reload.
Reload.
Right now.
Turn your house off, walk outside, come back in, turn your house back on.
WotC has invaded your computer. You're not allowed to see this. We don't...
There we go.
There is no home.
You're promoting Open D&D. Cancel his map.
You know, I enjoy my beard, but every now and then when I go to, like, a bonfire or just something like with a fire pit, like, it's just going to sleep after that is the worst because I wake up just smelling like smoke.
So what you need to purchase, if that's the case, you need to go to Fable Beard Company and order some beard butter, and you put that on at night. Not only does it make your beard smell better, but it also conditions your beard. So you wake up in the morning, your beard's nice and soft, and it smells good.
That's a good idea. I will put the beard butter on at night.
Yeah?
I think I actually got some last time I ordered. I double check that.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like the Dr. Wolf scent. It smells of tobacco and blueberry, and not like burning tobacco, like fresh tobacco. It actually smells really good.
Not sure if I know the scent of fresh tobacco.
It's yeah, it's like if you opened up a like a pipe tobacco, but not like an aromatic, but like, you know, just a regular pipe tobacco. It smells really good. So what would you guys like to do? You've got this trap door that you've opened up. It goes there. When you opened up the trap door, there is a very narrow, like 3 foot wide staircase that circles down into darkness.
Is the walkway to V7 passable or has to be jumped?
It would have to be jumped. I mean, yeah, and not only that, but it is perilous and crumbling.
How about a rope to one of the pillars?
Yeah, you can do that.
Is there anything to tie off at Sparkle's end?
I believe there is.
Because he's not a good weight.
Yeah, no, he's not going to hold anybody up. Let's see here.
I got this.
Maybe not. So in V7 there are 4 seats of rusted plate without helmets that are sized for a dwarf, covered in cobwebs, and they're on the east wall. There is the dwarven inscription, but there's not really anything to tie off to.
There's not a statue in V7 or anything?
No, there's a statue in V8, and you haven't gone into V6 yet. Well, I mean, let me double check something here. What does it say about these? It doesn't.
What if you like tied the helmets around and like what is there like an actual doorway or is it just like a opening?
It is an actual doorway.
So like wedge the door.
If it helps, I have a grappling hook on the rope.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
you could
like-
use the grappling hook and just hook it to, you know, the edge of the doorway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. I would allow you to do that. So
It shall be.
that will allow you to essentially cross here. You will have... trying to think of what this would. I would say that if you cross here, you would have advantage on like a dex saving throw. It's not. I guess you could use no. Go ahead and make an athletics at advantage check to cross here.
You're acting like an athletics check is better for me instead of a dexterity saving throw.
Right. Well, you can use athletics or acrobatics, your choice. And I don't know that either one of those is going to work for you. But you have advantage on the roll. Failure means that this is going to crumble, and if you fail by, I don't know, we'll say 10 or more, that means that you fall. But if it's not 10 or more, if it's like 5 that you fail, then you're still hanging onto the rope, and then you can shimmy across. That works.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to cross that bridge.
Well, if we all want to get to the secret door, you'll have to cross it too, won't you?
Soft 20 is what I'm saying.
Oh, nice. So,
I don't have to cross that failure bridge.
Well, let's see what I get. Advantage. 13.
yeah, we'll say that gets you across.
Okay.
So you are across, and Bug, you got a soft 20. You're across. And you guys want to go down these stairs? Is that what you're...
I would think we want to go down the secret stairway.
Okay.
Secret.
I'll send the imp down 30 feet in front of us to look at the area.
Okay.
Brian, you still have a advantage on initiatives.
If we run into initiative, I will use it.
Okay. So... And of course, the imp gets down here. Doesn't really... Well, let me read this. Although deep underground, this vault is lit by streams of sunlight that pour down from the ceiling, catching motes of dust in their luminous pools. Ornate columns support a 30-foot-high vaulted ceiling, which is adorned with carvings of dwarves basking in the presence of their gods. Deep alcoves line the walls, and piled in one of them is a vast golden treasure. Out of the dusty gloom steps an aged dwarf clutching a staff carved and painted to resemble a pair of entwined dragons, one red and one gold. Despite the dwarf's age, his eyes are steady and bright. I wasn't expecting anyone, he says plainly. As you can see, the place is a mess. Perhaps you could come back later after I've tidied up a bit. So, this... is the dwarf. Now, Empiking, make a perception check.
Nah. I suck. Wow. That was a good roll, but I still have a minus 311.
So you hear this. You guys aren't even around the corner yet. You hear this. You realize that the dwarf is looking right at your imp.
Well, I can see through the imp's eyes. Is the dwarf entirely typical, or is he maybe Durgar?
Oh no, he looks entirely typical. He looks well, I can show you like I believe.
Just hanging out down here with see invisibility cast on himself.
This is what the dwarf looks like.
I shall call him Goldilocks.
He does look, from what you can see, he looks more like a, he doesn't look like a normal shield dwarf. He looks more like what was the name of the other dwarves? I don't remember. Shield dwarves being mountain dwarves, the other dwarves, I want to say Hill Dwarves, but that may not be correct. But yeah. So he's got like the bronze skin and whatnot. Like he spends some time out in the open.
Looks just more like Trump in dwarf form.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. He should be embarrassed.
So he's looking right at the imp. I'll have the imp move left and right, see if his eyes follow.
Indeed, they do.
I will project my voice from the imp and ask him if we could help him tidy up.
He says, "Oh well, that's very kind of you. Please feel free to go ahead and come in, but don't take anything. Also, Empa King, I will allow you to make a history check."
Okay. Oh. Yeah, the dice was bouncing around in a weird way on my screen. I thought it rolled off the 20.
Yeah, all right, so 25. You recognize the staff that he's holding. This is the fabled dragon staff of Ogeron. And I will tell you all about this staff. Here we go. So it is a legendary item. While holding the staff, you have advantage on saving throws against spells and breath weapons of dragons, as well as the breath weapons of other creatures of the dragon type, such as dragon turtles. A creature of the dragon type that you touch with the staff can move through the city of Waterdeep, ignoring Ogeron's dragon ward. So the way Waterdeep is set up, dragons cannot enter the city proper. They can't even fly over it because there is a ward set up that prevents them from doing so. The effect lasts until the creature is touched again by the staff or until a time you proclaim when you confer the benefit. The staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can expend 1 charge as an action to cast command spell. If you target a dragon with this casting, the dragon has disadvantage on its saving throw. The staff regains 1d10 charges daily at dawn. So this staff has been historically entrusted to high-ranking members in Waterdeep who are charged with the protection of Waterdeep, specifically, in this case, against dragons, and it allows that person to basically be a doorman. This dragon can come in, that dragon can fuck off, that kind of thing. And if said dragon that was allowed to come in, causes a ruckus, then you just go, nope, you can leave now, and they have to leave, or are just, I think they're just magically expelled, period. So this guy has a very important staff.
Well, what does he want us to start with cleaning? What's his goal with tidying up? Are we to categorize objects? What should it look like if we're doing work for him?
He says he looks at the imp and he says, rather than speaking through your medium, why don't you step into the light and come out so that I can meet all of you?
Sure. What the heck?
What about Sparkles and Bug? What are you guys doing?
I'll poke my head around the corner.
Sparkles will come out. Have we heard any of this?
Oh yeah, he's not whispering at all.
Okay, she comes in and just starts moving books back and forth on tables.
Okay. Make a Sparkles, make an investigation check.
Let's see. Investigation is +4. That's going to be a sad 6.
That's
They are books.
She's
Yes.
more looking at him and not what she's touching.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that I think Jeff's interpretation. Yep, you realize that they're books, and you pick them up from this side of the table and move them to the other side. It's kind of like my stack of D&D books. Like, they're in my way. I didn't look to see what books they are. I just put them over here. Hey, how did a traveler book get in there? So, yeah, you're not paying attention to anything of what you just moved. And the dwarf says, oh, it's good to see all of you. I haven't seen anyone in quite some time. My name is Barack Klinghammer.
Well met. We didn't expect to see a person down here. What are your duties?
I safeguard the dragons, of course. I was entrusted to do this by Dagalt Neverember, the open lord of Waterdeep himself.
So you sit in this room and protect dragons.
Yes, all 500,000 of them.
Do you get to interact with them?
Well, I sometimes take a nap on them. Now, you see two things that you guys know. The dragon is the gold piece of Waterdeep. They call their monitor, and it's been a while since we discussed this. Here we go. These are the different coins of Waterdeep and what they look like. Now,
so he's speaking as a treasurer of the dragons?
Not maybe. More of like a guard. And I mean, you can reach into your own coin pouch and pull out a dragon. I mean, you guys have plenty of gold pieces. The thing that you know most about this is that the dwarf that you're talking to looks an awful lot like the one pictured on one side of the dragon gold piece.
Mm.
On the opposite side, there is a picture of a gold dragon. Or a
That's
relief.
what I'm wondering, is this like Waterdeep's treasury?
Well, the rumor that so two things. So he tells you that he was entrusted by the Open Lord of Waterdeep, Dagalt Neverember himself, to safeguard these dragons. So two things that you know is that the first being that Dagalt Neverember was forced out of Waterdeep as the Open Lord. The masked lords of Waterdeep kicked his ass to the curb. Because Dagalt Neverember is kind of a douche. He was funneling money from Waterdeep's coffers to the city of Neverwinter and spending Waterdeep's money to rebuild Neverwinter after Mount Hotenow erupted and kind of screwed that city up. The other thing that he did is he basically gutted their army and their navy and hired Mintarn mercenaries and was basically giving them money. And the Open Lord said, you know what, we're done with your shenanigans. And they ousted him, and the current Open Lord, this is the second thing you know, the current Open Lord of Waterdeep is Laeral Silverhand. And so Dagalt Neverember split. Now, it has the rumor that you heard, and part of the reason why you chased this whole thing is that you know that, the rumor is that Dagalt Neverember had embezzled 500,000 gold pieces from the city of Waterdeep and stashed them somewhere. And so, and in all of these alcoves, there are piles of gold coins. And this guy's telling you that he was entrusted by Dagalt Neverember to safeguard the dragons.
Well, ain't you lonely, buddy?
um, he chuckles and he says, "It does get a bit lonely down here."
We could guard the dragons for a while, and you could go get a drink at a tavern.
Right?
At our tavern.
Empa King, make a persuasion check.
Oh, I only rolled a 2, but totaled a 10. Lame.
Oh no, I couldn't allow that. I've been especially entrusted with this. And when he says this, you kind of see like a a shimmer go across his eyes, and he kind of reaches over and he grabs he's got the staff of Egeron in one hand, and he reaches over and he grabs a fistful of gold coins, and he just kind of stares at them with this blank grin on his face, and he lets the gold pieces fall through his fingers. He's kind of doing he's doing a my precious moment.
Oh no. Yeah, we ain't gonna get him away from these.
I mean, somebody else can certainly try. Hold on just a moment, I'll be right back.
Should we tell him the open lord is gone and other people are in charge now, or what do you think we should use to change the status?
Is the Open Lord dead or just gone?
I think he just got the boot. I don't know.
I thought he was hiding out in Neverwinter.
Or maybe we could tell him he's in Neverwinter and needs his help.
Or do we just bunk him on a head and stick him on a boat and send him off to the next continent?
I don't think this guy who lives alone down in a hole with a legendary dragon staff is so susceptible to bonks on the head.
Just blackjack him the easy way.
I say we tell him that the dude's not there no more.
Okay.
Like he left.
I am back. So what is your guys' plan?
I want to just be like, wait, you're guarding the gold for the guy that left?
He says,
What?
left?
God,
He says,
that
left?
gone guy. He took off.
He moved to Florida to retire.
So you tell him that he retired? What you're just saying that he left, or what?
The town chased him away. He fled. He ran away like a coward.
Really?
That
doesn't sound like the Lord Neverember that I know.
I mean, you've been down here a while, though, right?
Make a persuasion check.
I'll give you the help action, I suppose.
Yeah, you can interject your 2 cents and give him the help action.
Persuasion, you say? Hey, I'm actually not bad at persuasion. That's a soft 22.
Nice.
Oh.
20 as well.
He says, well, if that is the case, who is the current Open Lord of Waterdeep? This is an important matter.
I don't know names.
It would be Laeral Silverhand.
Okay. I was like,
Sparkles raises her hand like, I am.
uh, Sparkles, is that what you want to tell him? Because, I mean,
No, I was just fucking with him.
okay.
She can't keep a straight face when she says that.
So he says, Laurel Silverhand and I are old friends. Old friends. I knew her an age gone by now.
We should go catch up with her.
I knew her back before the time of troubles. Now,
Oh.
time of
Your old
troubles,
friend,
I mean, that
friend.
I think that goes back to 3.5. So, that would mean that this guy is like at least a couple hundred years old.
Dwarf.
True. That's not impossible for a dwarf. That's true.
Who's been alone and not at threat of dwarven battles.
He says, he says, how did you get down into the vault?
We walked.
Well,
That's my stupid answer back. It's like, we walked. Like, it's not hard to get here. Kind of thing.
He chuckles. He goes, somehow I don't think that you're being a smartass with me.
It's like, how else would we get here?
He tells you, I would like, I mean, what you say has the ring of truth to it. Says, but I would still like a bit more confirmation. If you could bring an official, then we would be able to negotiate further. Perhaps my guard over these dragons is done.
That sounds like the official would get the gold.
Indeed it does.
We should get a finder's fee.
Fake being an
Cool.
official.
Would any of our renowns give us any sort of official capacity?
They could. As any of... Yeah, they could.
The best I got is a renown 3 for Enclave.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
that-
am down with Lord's Alliance.
That's a good one. What about Bug?
Order of the Gauntlet 3.
That's a good one as well. I would allow anybody who wants to make one more persuasion check, you can make it with advantage. If you're invoking your renown with I'm going to say that if you're invoking your renown with your individual factions or guilds rather, I would say that whoever wants to make the next persuasion check gets it with advantage.
I'm at +8.
Yeah, you got me on that. I got a 0.
I got +5, so yeah.
Okay, here we go. Advantage +8. Derp.
So he says well, two things happen. The first is that he changes form.
He changes form?
He changes form.
Ah, shit monkeys.
He's Cthulhu in disguise.
Blah.
And he says, I apologize for the deception. I'm not really Barak Klanghammer. I am Oronox. He is a adult gold dragon. And he he kind of, I mean, I'm assuming that dragons get facial expressions, but his facial expression is kind of one of contrition and a little bit of embarrassment. And he says, I have allowed my greed to cloud my judgment in assisting Dagalt Neverember. And these gold dragons are not mine. And I need to accept that.
We can take him for you.
Go ahead and make another persuasion check at advantage.
We know a great nonprofit we could donate these to.
There we go. Soft 20.
Oh, that's really good. He says, I can allow that as long as I know that these dragons are going to the people of Waterdeep.
Thinking to myself, I'm a people of Waterdeep.
Right? Yeah, we're all citizens. We're business owners.
I'm a people.
We're really citizens.
The people are going to get it by the hour. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get it in the form of ale that we purchase,
Yes.
put in our tavern, and sell back to them.
Not sure.
That's charitable, right?
Of course, sir. Yes, it will be going to the people of Waterdeep.
What's the name of this guy?
We'll take the gold dragons, keep 30%, and then
Yeah.
the people can have the rest.
He's Oranax.
Yes, Arnax the gold dragon. So yeah, his stipulation is that he realizes that he has kind of his life for the past couple of years has been a lie, and he only has himself to blame because being a dragon, he's very into money, and he has opted to basically keep all these dragons kind of for himself, although he does have at the same time he seems disappointed because he has such loyalty to Dagalt Neverember. Excuse me.
Yeah, a little bit.
You guys, are you guys wikiing Aranax?
No, I'm more like, but your loyalty was to the dude that was like not cool, but you know the chick who's cool, or the person who's cool.
He says, Lord Neverember wasn't always as you're portraying him now. Not the Neverember that I know. So, Bug, I'll let you make a history check.
You let me make a what?
You can make a history check with advantage.
Okay, my history is soft 20. I'll take it.
Okay.
Nice.
I rolled a 19, but I have a 1 in history, so it's my third.
So what he says is not untrue. Historically, and a little bit of metagaming. It's really Lord Dagalt Neverember is. I'm not quite sure what happened. So back in the 3rd edition and 3.5 edition days, Dagalt Neverember was a good guy. I mean, he was gruff and he was a pain in the ass, but he did things for the good of everybody. I mean, he was a good guy. he was somebody that you would at least trust. And I'm talking about back in the days of like Neverwinter Nights. If you're a video game person, I think if I remember correctly, you meet him in Neverwinter Nights, or maybe not. No, Laryl Silverhand you meet. Anyways, so he was considered a good guy, and then in 4th edition days, there was that was the big eruption of Mount Hotenow, the discovery of Gauntlgrim. There was a whole bunch of shit that happened in 4th edition days, but he started to shift, and then 5th edition comes out, and right out of the gate, Neverember is a dickbag. He come to find out. So when Laryl Silverhand kicks him out of, which your previous characters were a part of, her and the Masked Lords kick him out of Waterdeep, right? So not only did he embezzle 500,000 gold pieces, he then basically, the Mintarn mercenaries hadn't signed a contract with Waterdeep. They had come to find out they had signed a contract with him. He was paying them with Waterdeep's money. He orders them. He says, well, you're my mercenaries, and if I'm getting kicked out, screw Waterdeep. And he orders all of the mercenaries to Neverwinter. And basically, for a short time, leaving Waterdeep almost defenseless. They had a little bit of a town militia left, but they had no navy, they had no army. And so Laryl Silverhand's first job was attempting to form a new army and a new navy, then discovering that the coffers of Waterdeep were empty because he had embezzled the money and spent the rest. So Laryl Silverhand's job has been extremely difficult. The Mintarn mercenaries then, in turn, once they got up to Waterdeep, sent a messenger back to, or when they got up to Neverwinter, turned around and sent a messenger back to Waterdeep, demanding payment for the last 3 months of work that they had done in Waterdeep, because Neverember hadn't paid them, because he's like, well, Waterdeep's over and done with. We're now in Neverwinter, so you're going to have to wait. That part of your contract is null and void. And so they went after Laryl Silverhand, trying to get their money, of which case she, of course, flipped them the bird and told them to piss off. So there was that whole mess. While he's in Neverwinter, and Bug, you've heard rumors of this as well, Neverwinter's ruling family has been said to have been basically dead, killed off during the spell plague, etc. There was rumor that a heir was found, a prince was found to rule Neverwinter. Well, Lord Dagalt Neverember couldn't allow that to happen, and the rumor is that he had the guy killed.
Damn, man, he really is an ass.
So that he could keep the crown himself. And he has technically no legal... he is not a legal heir to Neverwinter. He just has a lot of money, and he's got Mintarn mercenaries, and the people, the general person on the street kind of likes him because he spent a lot of money rebuilding the city after the lava flow came and basically cut a swath through the center of town. So the people are like, hey man, this guy's actually doing something for us. He's not royalty, but he might as well be. He's better than any royal we've ever had. We don't care. And so, yeah, this is this is who Dagalt Neverember currently is. He assassinated the rightful heir, or at least that's the rumor, the rightful heir of Neverwinter. And of course, Aranax doesn't know any of this, but you've heard rumors.
What happened that he became such an ass? You say he was a good guy and now he turned to an asshole?
They changed writers.
I was just going to say they fired Monty Cook and Keith Baker and they got new writers. Yeah, that is the direction that Dagalt Neverember went in. I don't know. Yet he still resides. He still resides in Neverwinter. Where he rules and passes judgment over the people of Neverwinter is still called the Halls of Justice. Fucking ironic, man. I mean, you can't say the man doesn't have a sense of humor. So, and like I said, Aranax doesn't know any of this. Aranax being an adult gold dragon, I'm sure Aranax is powerful enough that he could, as long as Neverember is not in the Halls of Justice, he could scry, he could do some form of divination to prove what you say is true. If you wanted to tell him this little tale of, this is who the real Neverember is, or who he at least is now. I have suspicions about Neverember that because the entire alignment shift and demeanor of the character seems to have changed so radically, it almost to me sounds like there was a doppelganger involved, but they haven't said one where basically they've just said that, no, really, he's a dickbag the entire time. He was just really good at hiding it. But
one wizard dude can make all kinds of clones and stuff, so maybe he's working other faces.
People. Yeah, that's possible. I mean,
Adventure involved doppelganger, didn't it?
I think
was it two of them?
I think there was a doppelganger at some point. I don't know. I mean, this is one of the big questions that I've always had, and unlike the situation with what's her face in Daggerford, the Duchess, they never answered this question. So it's very odd. It could just be that Neverember is just an excellent confidence man. He's been conning everybody for the past 300 years. For a human, he looks pretty good for 300 years. I personally think he should be dead by now, but evidently D&D doesn't really care about old age.
Well, I've been thinking, guys, with the dragon says there's something like 500k here.
Yes.
Well, that's not really a practical number for us, right?
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, if you agree to his terms, and say it's going, and you convince him that this is going back to the people, which in order to convince him likely means you're going to have to come back with somebody like Laryl Silverhand, Mert the Moneylender, Vajra Blackstaff, one of those kinds of people, and convince him he's not going to allow a single penny to leave here, and he knows the treasure so well that he can reach into the pile, dig, and pull out with his claw the first gold piece that was ever laid down in here. He knows where everything is, where it goes, etc. So, unless you show up with, for example, one of those three people, he probably isn't going to trust you enough that it will go back to the people, which isn't a terrible thing because, like I said, there's too much here for you guys to pack out. So, you would have to come back with, carts and drovers and oxen.
I'm saying trying to negotiate us somehow keeping it all is A, impractical, B, makes us a target, and C, we could probably get better value out of it by ingratiating ourselves to the whole ruling class of the city by taking a share rather than thinking we have a purpose for $500,000.
Well, and that's a good point too. The fact that it makes you targets, because you already know for certain that Manchun is after this money, because that would fund his whole terrorist organization. That the Xanathar Guild is after this money. They're a thieves guild, so of course they're after the money. And well, you don't know about anybody else that's after the money, but Manchun and Xanathar's guild is bad enough. Xanathar's guild's the biggest thieves guild in Waterdeep, and if you pull this out and you have that target on your back, that's going to make life really difficult for you. So, and I mean, not to mention, I mean, you don't really want Manshoon paying attention either. So,
I think we should go settle up a share agreement with the legitimate people. I mean,
Basically, use it to buy celebrity status within the community.
Yeah.
oh, most certainly. I mean,
Even 10%, 5%. I mean, it's huge.
yeah, I mean, 2% is a shit ton of money out of 500. I mean, that's a lot of gold.
I mean, I feel like that's a fair arrangement.
And a seat on the city council. Oh,
Oh, you guys want to? You know, there is a opening for a masked lord, and unlike Daggerford, you know, people in Waterdeep don't know who the masked lords are. Daggerford tries to copy and do everything that Waterdeep does, except they half-ass their way through it. So, is that? I mean, are you going to tell him, okay, we'll be right back, go knock on some doors, and basically you were talking about going to the castle ward? Is the castle ward? I believe it's the castle ward. Going to the castle ward and going to the seat of power and convening an emergency council and say, hey, your money problems are over.
Yeah.
With a small finder's fee.
Yes. Not small, but a finder's fee.
Let's do that. Sparkles will ask the dragon if she can take a small bag as proof of what we're saying to present to the powers that be.
Make a persuasion check.
I can help with that.
I mean, you can make it with advantage with the help action. I mean, despite his self-realization, he's still a gold dragon. You know.
So that's gonna be a 16.
So reluctantly, he allows you to take a sack of 500 gold pieces. He'll count them out. And as he's counting out, he does them one at a time, each one. He's like, I remember when this gold piece was dropped in here. Oh, I've got a story about that. Oh, and then there's this gold piece. Did you know this was owned by a tavern owner at one time? And he knows everything about every single one of them. Yeah, he treats them like they're his children. So yeah, he'll give you a pouch of 500 gold pieces. He trusts you enough at this point that he trusts that you are indeed going to take these as proof of concept or proof of life that these actually exist. And he says, and he off of himself, he plucks a single gold dragon scale and puts that in your bag to prove that he has been safeguarding these for Neverember. And the last thing that he does is he casts a sending spell, and he messages ahead to Laryl Silverhand, and you can hear him whispering this sending spell. That he is quite contrite, he is apologetic. That he says your representatives will be coming with proof that these exist. So she will be awaiting you in the castle ward.
Okay, cool. So that saves the whole have to convince her that we are what we say we are before we even get to talk to her.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, you've met Vajra. I don't think anybody decided to take Force Grey as their faction, but you've met Vajra, although fleetingly. So it's not like they don't know who you are, but I think you met Laryl Silverhand fleetingly as well, but this will definitely make you more popular with her. So you guys take your bag and you head back upstairs.
We bring oral sack.
Yes. And I'm going to be kind and do this because I don't think the Empa King's going to be leading the group.
No.
I mean, you can do whatever marching order you want, but I really don't think Empa King is the one to be in lead.
My imp is first in the room, and I am not second.
Have your imp make a perception check.
Which is a base wisdom. Not great. Oh, 13.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you guys will not be surprised.
And we get jumped.
You are going to get jumped. And I'm going to look at this. I'm just trying to judge this encounter. I'm going to say... because I think that's too strong. That's too strong. I mean, usually not, but I mean, one of the things about 5th edition is that it's not about the power of the NPCs. It's simply a numbers game at a certain point. Sorry, I need to look at who these guys are. Oh, don't do that. He's the important one. You know what? I like this. This works. Okay. So your imp sees that these guys have come in. There is a Zent thug. There are 2 monks, and there is a Manchun standing there.
Oh, shit.
They have entered the Vault of Dragons, and let me throw them. No, that's not what I wanted. So I got 210, so I guess that works.
Get him, kitty.
12.
So initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes. Well, that's just crappy.
And then he... 12.
The schools.
All right. Okay, so Argorn Wako is going to. He's got movement of 40 feet because he's a monk. He's gonna run right up there. And he is going to make 3 attacks on Bug.
You know, I don't like that.
I veto.
You said there's 2 monks?
Yes.
Yeah. We might be...
they're martial arts adepts. So yeah, they're monks.
Like they have monk class abilities, or they're just similar to monks?
Well, they could do. They get unarmed strike, 3 attacks. They can throw darts and deflect missiles. So yeah, they're monks.
Do they have stony fist?
Let's see here. So let's see. If the target is a creature, the adept can choose one of the following additional effects. Target must succeed on DC 13 strength saving throw or drop 1 item it is holding. The adept's choice. Target must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. The target must succeed on a DC 13 constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of the adept's turn. Yeah.
They're better than monks.
And he nat 1s.
Punches himself in the face.
He kind of does a hey Biff, leave my girl alone, and goes to punch Bug and almost breaks his wrist. So he loses the rest of his turn for his spectacular fumble. Bug, besides laughing, what would you like to do to this guy?
Well, unfortunately, since he has gone, I don't get all the wonderful perks of him having not gone yet.
Right.
Who is the biggest bad in the group?
Well, that would be Manchun. But I mean, I don't know. The martial arts adepts.
They're gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah.
I'm not saying they're as dangerous as him, but they're right in front of you, and they're gonna be a serious problem.
All right, well, he's in front of me. He's the one that gets it. Okay, fine. All right, then I'll make an attack with Maul. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Sweet. Okay. And I will most certainly be throwing a smite on that bad boy. So that's...
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to smitey smite.
Absolutely.
Shit, now you want to throw a higher level spell slot on that smite.
Why not? I got some second level slots.
Tack on those extra d8s.
Yep. So that's 3d8 instead of 2 now. Where are my d8s at? Where you at?
And just keep in mind that monk can keep you from acting for like 4 more turns if he succeeds.
Yeah, if he can do anything other than roll a fucking nat 1, he's a problem. If you're gonna be a glass cannon, now's the time to do it.
I only did 19 points of damage.
That painful.
But I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 3 on the d8.
Oh, well. And because you took what, sorcerer? What'd you take as your second?
Yeah, sorcerer, yeah.
So yeah, you don't get a second attack, which is unfortunate. And do you have anything for a bonus action?
I don't think there's anything bonus I can do. Oh wait, Fudge!
What?
We level up.
So
Yep.
you guys are level 5, right? I don't think you got a level last game.
Yeah, we had leveled up. I didn't finish leveling up my character. That's the problem here.
All right. Well, go ahead and do that, and we'll recalculate your damage because you did hit.
No, I mean I think I I don't think I have any difference in damage.
No,
don't think
for your bonus, what you would do is hit, add divine damage, and then add one of your actual smite. So you'd get your divine smite and like a burning smite or
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
thunder smite.
so
Or,
you could do divine smite, and as a bonus action, you could throw an additional smite on there if you want a spell.
Are you a full 5th level paladin?
He's a 4th
No,
level
I'm
paladin.
4th.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you could throw a smite spell on that too.
that yeah, as a paladin, that's your active bonus is adding that spell ability.
I'm gonna smile and nod at whatever the hell you guys keep saying because I hear the words and my brain is like, what does that mean?
So what you want to do is look through your paladin spells and select a smite. So like you could do burning smite, I think there's a banishing smite. You could send him somewhere else for an hour.
That's a high level one though.
Yeah, I think it is. You could do I think isn't there a thunderous smite that basically is like a thunderous wave?
Yeah, there's a ensnaring smite.
Oh, that would screw him too if you did ensnaring smite and he failed his save. That would suck.
So, Brian, the way it works with your character is you have two different types of smites. There's your divine paladin smite, and then there's spell ability smites.
Right, and all of the smite spells are bonus actions.
Fucking hell! I wish I knew more about my character. Alrighty. So what I'm hearing is I need to do better, and also, I will throw a thunderous smite on it because that sounds fun. Unless you think a wrathful smite would be better.
Well, one of the things about 5th edition is that the damages kind of went completely gonzo, and it was that way from the very beginning. If you look at old school D&D, paladins didn't get a smite, and if they got anything that gave them extra damage, they didn't get that till much higher level, meaning like level 6, which was considered fairly high level for OSR games. And so you look at some of the damage output numbers in 5th edition, and it's like, holy shit. Even at like 1st level, it's like, Jesus, paladins are like explosive in damage. But then you look at some of the hit points too, and they're a little ridiculously high. But so yeah, just pick a smite spell and throw that on there too. Tell me what you want, and if I need to make a saving throw, I will do so.
All right. Well, you get a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a good one too. Nope, I'm sure he failed because he has a +0 to his strength.
Monks aren't known for their muscles.
Yeah, he's got no muscles.
No. And
He's a wiry little shit, but he's got no strength.
The first time you hit with a melee attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunderous and audible within 300 feet, and the attack deals an extra 2d6, so I'll roll that right now.
Yep.
That's 4 more points. Thank you, shitty dice. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Okay, so he 9, 10, and he is prone. He gets the "ow, my back" symbol.
Hit him so hard, words appear in the air. Boom.
Yes. Boom, pow, ping.
Suddenly becomes Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Right.
And you, now that you have made your attack, you still have movement if you want to move.
If only to separate us so that we're not all grouped together, yes.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate if Manchun were to cast a fireball.
And take out his homies too, but he probably don't care.
Because Manchun doesn't care about his underlings. I mean, they're expendable.
Manchun Honey Badger.
Yes.
All right, then I will move
Good.
here.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Hide behind that pillar. Bravely run away. All right, Empa King, what would you like to do?
I will cast Hex on the monk.
Okay. What are you hexing?
I'll hex his strength saves. What the heck?
Are you sure you want to do strength? I mean, he's already at +0 for strength.
Okay, then ignore that dice. That's just what happens when I tick the spell. Then let's do. We don't really have a lot of roaming spell effects. He's really good at Dex. Let's hamper his Dex.
All right. Well, that's going to be
At
problematic
best,
for
we
him.
can make him fail a balance check or something.
You know,
Then I will Eldritch Blasty Blast.
okay. It's interesting that it just occurred to me because in having read CNC last night, or at least perused it, there's no skills, and all of these saving throws are basically ability checks as well. And it now makes me, and I'll do this later, I want to look up and see if they have a similar hex spell, because if you were to hamper somebody with Dex, that means because everything is tied to an ability check, that would royally fuck them. I mean, that means that everything is at a detriment. Anything that has to do with that attribute is screwed.
So he'd have impairment on balance checks, acrobatics,
Right.
Sleight of hand. Not like he's going to pickpocket us, but
he might. I mean, he is
yeah.
he is part of the Zentrim, so he might not be able to help himself.
So I'll Eldritch Blast the monk.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus Hex. 17 points.
That's really painful. You have another Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, I just want to be sure if he was dead yet or not.
Not dead yet.
Soft 20 to hit.
Yep.
This is going to burn him.
Yep.
There we go. 23.
And that is a dead monk.
And then I will hide. Not literally, but I'll move behind hardcover.
Okay. Amath, like when she sees Aragon go down, and she's like, no, and she has 40 feet of movement.
I'm going to have the imp give help action to Sparkle's turn.
Okay. She's going to run up to Sparkles, and she's going to try to smack him 3 times. And hopefully not stink it up. First attack.
Nah.
No, she's stinking it up, so an 11's going to miss, I'm sure. Second attack.
I'm at 15.
Yeah.
Sparkles is at 15.
There's a hit. Let's see here. That does 4 points of damage. Sparkles.
I'm just a little girl.
Sparkles, make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. That's a 9.
Okay. Sparkles is stunned until the end of the Adept's next turn.
Well, the help action could be used on the save.
That's true. Go ahead and roll that again. See if you can beat that.
Different die. 19. That's
okay,
better.
so you saved.
Imp.
So the imp's help action is used for this whole until my turn comes around again.
And her third attack.
Ooh.
23 hits. For 6 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, that's like a 19.
Okay, so you saved. You are not knocked prone. You just take damage. And that is her turn. Manshoon. Oh boy. Hmm. Weird. All right. My measurement tool here.
Are you trying to go boots?
I don't think he can hit you. Damn it. Oh, wait. I need another book. That's how bad Manshoon is. He needs another book.
Hmm.
Staff of Power. I know what I wanted to do, but evidently he doesn't have that spell prepped.
He forgot to slot all his spells this morning, so he's just a clocky.
Yes! He's a first level OSR cleric. He's got no spells. But he'll cheer you on. Oh, well, shit. Oh, no, there it is. He expends a charge and casts Fireball. Right. Oops, wrong thing. Right here. Well, right here. So, Fireball.
Did you figure out, Karen?
It only affects Bug. So Bug, make a dexterity saving throw for half damage. This is a 5th level fireball.
My dexterity is where the hell are you? Oh, there. 14.
14.
Little grumpy kitty used to like the carrots. Good old ginger
Nope, you're gonna.
grapes.
Oh, Bug, you're gonna eat all of this. Let's see, so. No, 8, 9, 10. So, Bug, you take 24 points of fire damage. That was a lot of ones.
I'm glad it was, because that's still half my hit points.
Yeah. Big ass explosion. Big explosion goes off. And, Bug, the air is filled with the scent of burning bugbear fur.
Can I yell out stuff?
Yeah.
Help us, Oranax Kenobi, you're our only hope.
That isn't a bad idea.
What are you doing?
Bad people are coming to steal your gold.
That is actually an excellent idea. But now you're going to make me have to pull out another bookmark. So, let's see here. Not that I don't have a ton. Oh. Haha. See, this is something that you can't do with a PDF. My book is so well trained, I wanted a dragon. I just opened up directly to Gold Dragon. Adult Gold Dragon. Shit, it's even better than that.
AC 19, hit point, speed, roll initiative.
Yep.
It's a tab.
Well, yes, that you pre-opened because you were curious
Yep.
about adult gold dragons. So he... Go there. Okay. So he'll be there next round. So that was Manshoon's turn. Zentrim Thug. Like this guy even matters, right? He's going to run up here, and he gets a +4 to his attack. Waiting. Come on, roll. There you go. 18 to hit Bug.
18. Damn it! That just
Okay.
is Bug gonna go down again already?
9d6 fireball does that.
Right. And he gets 2 attacks. So your first attack 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack 17 to hit.
That's the AC.
And it does 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, I am down to 10 hit points and I haven't even gone again.
I mean, yeah, maybe your next turn you want to use your lay on hands, possibly.
That was what I thought was before this happened.
Right. Right. Sparkles of the Twilight, what would you like to do?
Oh, more or less not gonna have a choice on this. No, I guess I can stay and hold my ground. She's gonna use her main action to turn on Twilight Sanctuary,
Good idea.
which is 30 feet. Oh, God, everybody's within range.
Yeah, give out those temp hit points.
That's going to be 5 temp hit points for the moment.
So, Bug, you get 5 temp hit points. Which
Woo!
And
helps.
as a... I can't see Bug. No, I'm going to go ahead and take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And move to back here.
Okay. So, attack of opportunity. $22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Strength, you say?
Yes.
Ah, crap. 7.
You drop your bow. You complete your movement, but she hits you, and makes you drop your bow.
So I dropped my bow pretty much where I was.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll have to go back to that.
I need that. That's got the fob to my car.
So I will go there, and now I have line of sight on Bug, so as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word.
Okay. Not a terrible idea.
Ooh, for max of 7.
All right. So Bug, you get 7 hit points back.
Yay!
So 7 back and plus 5. 10. And that will be her turn.
All right. So Bug, did you want to lay on hands? Hold on a minute. I got to rub this out.
Yeah, definitely gonna do that. I'm a level 4, so that's 20 points.
Material
Nice.
component is icy hot.
Yes. Cold pack.
Cold pack, yes.
Because it does no good to attack things if I'm down.
Right. So with your bonus action, I don't know if paladins have any healing spells with bonus actions. You could do that. Another option for your bonus action is you could use this bonus action to cast a smite spell. And it'll wait because it's good for like 10 turns. So you could do that now. And it doesn't go off until you hit. And I think as long as it doesn't require concentration, next turn you could do it again and deliver 2 smite spells. I mean, if it doesn't require concentration, if it's just a thing that it's, on your hammer now, then technically you could do it again next turn and deliver 2 smite spells plus a divine smite.
Well, let me see if any of my divine smites do not require concentration. Damn you people giving me complicated things to look at.
I know, right?
To do.
That's what... The whole concentration thing is kind of a pain in the ass. That's one of the benefits, too, of OSR is that the way it works is that at the beginning of the round, before you roll initiative, you declare what your actions are. So if you're casting a spell, and that's because there's no such thing as a bonus action. So let's say that you're a magic user and you cast a spell. If at some point in the round somebody hits you, that's interrupted. And then play moves on, and next round you can do something else. It's... in my opinion, it's a better spin, and it speeds things up than this whole, make a concentration check, or, there's an attack of opportunity, and there's not, 40 actions in a round, which convolutes things. It's just I don't know. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking. I've asked myself that a lot over the past couple of years. And I'm like, why did you do this?
I guess I could do a smite on it.
So you're gonna... Okay, so you have a smite spell... Which smite?
Searing smite.
Okay. So you have a searing smite prepped for your next turn.
It is concentration, though, so I can't, add another one to it.
Okay, well, that's still good. You'll still... you'll still drop the hammer on him. So you guys see from 60 feet up, you see this dwarf come running across the crumbling walkways 60 feet above you and jump. And in midair transforms into Arnex. And he lands in front of Manshoon. He is in your aura, so how many temp hit points? It was 5?
Yes.
So he now has 5 temporary hit points. That was his move. And Arnax, you know, I thought they were kind enough to. I mean, not that I really need him, but. Oh yeah, yeah. Arnax is in. Oh. Sea Gold Dragon. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
That's as good as their index. No. Sea Movement. Oh, thanks for sending me to another index entry. That's fantastic. Arnax is. Wow, he gets multiple breath weapons.
Yep.
He is going to Fire Breath Manshoon, which means Manshoon needs to make a dex save. He only gets a +4. Only a dex +4. And he fails because the save was 21, and so Arnax is going to do. I am just going to use average. Well, fuck it. I've got an auto dice roller. Let's do it. 12d6 damage.
12d10.
You are correct. It's 12d10. Wow. This dragon sucks.
Get him.
Rolling the dice. The
So what you're saying is the good thing we didn't choose to fight him?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
We
yeah.
were not going to bonk him.
We just bonk him, that's fine.
No bonking the dragon. Oh, come on, roll 20. There, 90 points of damage.
Nice.
Believe it or not, Manshoon takes that on the chin and is still standing. His let's see.
They're actually pretty evenly matched.
His robe of the Archmagi is on fire, and but there's smoke coming off of him. He no longer has any hair. But yeah, that is Arnax. Ampicane, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go peeky around the corner and shoot the guy on Bug.
All right.
I move my hex to it.
Okay, so he is Dex hexed.
Does a 13 hit?
It might. Double check.
Oh.
Indeed, it does.
Ooh, here we go. 22 points.
Ouch. And your
Second
next
one?
Yep.
27, I know does the job.
Yep.
For 18 more.
Ooh. And that is a dead thug.
And then I will, let's see, what's my distance here? Start down the stairs.
You're going to run back down the stairs. So, I mean, actually, this is your exit, but I mean, if you just want to run down the stairs to get out of the line of fire.
Actually, yeah, I'll just go like there.
Okay. All right. The monkey monk.
Monkey monk.
She didn't like that. She's going to run up and make 3 attacks on Empike. Oop. First attack. I doubt a 13 is going to hit you.
That is my AC.
No shit? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a clothy.
That's true. That is true. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage and make a DC 13 con save.
I will use advantage from Impy McImpface.
Okay.
Best was a 15.
Okay, you saved. Next attack, 12 misses, and third attack, 18 hits.
Yep.
For another 6 points of bludgeoning damage and make a DC 13 dex save. Oh, shit. You are knocked prone.
Yeah, well, there's worse things that can happen to me.
Right. That's true.
I fall down all the time.
Yeah, there's worse things, especially since you go before she does in the initiative stack. So.
I meant to do that.
Right. Manshoon. Well, the first thing Manshoon is going to do oh shit, why not? He is going to cast Lightning Bolt on Arnax. Arnax needs to make a dex save of +8. And only gets an 11. I did that wrong. For 22 points of damage.
Now, he can choose to...
He can choose.
No.
He can choose to just go ahead and make his save. He is going to do that, and takes. So he'll take half of that. He'll take 11. All right. And then Manshoon, because he doesn't have. Well, does he? Manchin will stay where he's at because technically, I mean, well, no, he's 10 feet away, so he does not have to worry about attack of opportunity. So he will take cover behind the pillar. Sparkles, what would you like to do?
Bug's kind of out of danger right now.
Well, you need to re-roll your temp hit points.
I was just doing that. That's going to bump up to 7.
Nice.
Actually, this is...
And
Like having DR every turn.
okay. Would it be a bonus action or main action to pick up my bow?
It would be a bonus action.
All right, so bounce here, grab my bow, step up to here, and take a shot at that guy that's on Impa King.
Okay.
And dice stay on the table. Uh, 14.
That's a miss.
Damn.
Do you have a second attack?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
That would be it.
Okay. Bug, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to figure out what I can do from here. Can't get to that one very well. I could get to him, but I don't know that I'd be able to hit him.
You got a javelin,
It's
though,
like-
don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
I could throw
10-foot reach if you get next to Sparkles.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's
10
true.
foot reach. 10
Yeah.
foot reach, Brian. You know these things. God. All right, that's what I'll do. I'm
And you
literally like, I don't have the reach for that. I totally have the reach for that.
And you still have that smite stored too.
Yeah, boy. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, if you're 10 feet away, that smite still counts.
Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Son bitch.
So smite is still active, waiting for you to do something with it.
That's all I can do then, because I have to concentrate on it until I use it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Aranax.
We'll leave the dragon to fight the big bad.
Comes down here. Well, first, just for shits and giggles, his breath weapon does not recharge. But that's okay, because
He's still biggest book.
he uses Frightful Presence, so everybody within 120 feet needs to make a... Let's see, everybody...
Did
Each
he want?
creature the dragon's choice. So, and does that have to be in sight? It doesn't say. It just says 120 feet. So,
Yeah, it doesn't say that the dragon can see.
yeah, so
He's just that big and bad. He's like, you feel his presence. You're like, oh shit.
Ameth needs to make a wisdom save. I believe.
Yeah,
Yes,
DC
wisdom save.
21.
Yeah. So she needs to make a wisdom save. Oh, look at the big whiz on her. Oh, so close. She's scared. And then Manshun needs to make a wisdom save. And he's got a piddly +9. 27, he saves. So,
Fuck you.
so all she can do on her turn is run the fuck away. And not, like, literally, that's all she can do. She can take the dash action, which may be good for Empicking. And then, Arnex is not done. He is then going to make 3 attacks, 1 with his bite and 2 with his claws. So he has a +14 to hit with bite.
His plus is my
Well, that's
AC.
diplomacy with him.
He rolled a 3 and got a 17,
Mhm.
which does not hit with his bite. But he got 2 claw attacks. First claw, 25 hits, right? Yes. 25 hits. Second claw, 16 misses. That could have gone better.
He's out of practice.
Yes, he hasn't fought anybody in a long time, you know.
He just used moves for a crowd, and you're fighting one guy.
The 2d6 plus 8 for 17 points of damage. I mean, that's still pretty good. I was kind of hoping I'd go for a rend, but whatever.
Is it like playing chess against yourself when you control both the bad guy?
A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit like having multiple personalities.
Oh.
Impa King, what would you like to do? I imagine you want to stand up.
Spell casting next to melee. Does all spell trigger an OA?
No. The only thing that triggers an OA, according to Raw, is if you are within 5 feet and leave combat.
Okay. I wanted to be sure that spell casting adjacent doesn't cause something.
Reach doesn't even count into that. So, yeah, that's the only thing.
Move my hex to lady in front of me.
Okay.
And
Are you going to use half your movement to stand up?
do I have to stand up to cast my spell?
No.
It would give her advantage on her turn. I'll stand up.
Okay. Well, she won't get
anyway.
advantage on her turn because the only thing that she can do is take the dash action. She's scared.
I thought frightened just meant she can't close the distance or attack the source of the fright. So I'm not saying she doesn't choose to dash away, but I don't think she's limited to that.
That's true. If he was in her line, you're right. I was thinking of undead. No. Or turn undead. No, you're right. But luckily for her, he's not in her line of sight. If he was in her line of sight, she would have disadvantage on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably want to stand up.
I'll stand up, use bonus to move hex to her.
Okay.
And let's see if there's something else. Not a big benefit. Toll the dead, not even more damage than my cantrip. Don't want to burn Scorching Ray, pun intended yet. No, I'll hex an Eldritcher.
Okay. But you will be at disadvantage. Because you're within 5 feet of her. It's a ranged spell.
14 or 14?
Nope.
Second one. Neither hits, but standing up. Used a bonus. Nothing else to be done. I'm okay.
Okay. She
has disadvantage on whiz saves due to hex or whiz abilities.
I thought it was Dex.
What did I do on Monk? I guess maybe, yeah. No, you're right. Dex.
Okay. So she...
Somebody grapple her.
First attack. 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 points of bludgeoning damage and make a DC 13 con save.
Using the imp for advantage. Yay.
Okay. Second attack.
Nah.
13 to hit.
It does.
It does hit you? Okay. For 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait.
Make a DC 13 dex save.
I'm not good on my second saves.
Okay, and so that means that her last attack, she has advantage. First attack, nat 20.
no.
Well, you can't get any better than that. I'm not going to bother. And she will do...
Can I use my inspiration to negate that?
You can. You can make her roll... Well, no, because I'll rule that you can make her roll again.
That's what I was thinking, the disadvantage.
Okay. So she will re-roll the entire thing, and
There
she
we go.
misses
Thank
with
you.
a 7.
I figured at least if it was a hit, it wasn't a critical.
Yeah.
No, this
You would
is
have
even better.
deserved it if you rolled double 20s.
So you are... wrong button. You are... She knocks you back down, and you are prone again. All right, sit back down.
Good boy.
Bad Warlock, down, down.
Manshoon. up to 30 feet away. Manshoon casts Misty Step and ends up over here, and then moves up here. And that is his turn. He's tired of getting spanked. Sparkles, what would you like to do?
How hurt are you now, Impa King?
25 of 43, so I'm not horrible. Killing her is probably better, but we don't know how many hit points she has.
I will step to here, just to kind of break the party up a little more, and I'll take a shot at her.
Okay.
Come on. Let's use this die. That's a little better. Soft 20.
That's a hit.
I will also kick on Favored Foe.
Oh, okay.
For my ranger ability, just allows me to throw on an extra D4 in damage.
Gotcha.
Let's see. 12 damage.
Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not quite half her hit points, but that was a pretty solid hit. You can see that she now has this air. Oh, wait a minute. So you did 12 hit points?
Yes.
All right. As a reaction, she can roll a D10 plus 3. She deflects the arrow as her reaction.
Damn.
Yeah, I forgot she could do that. I was like, wait, she's a monk. She's a monkey monk. Okay. Do you have anything else in you?
No, that's pretty much all I can do at the moment.
Okay. Bug. Good news is she's out of reactions for the round. Which, actually, no, this is a new round, so,
Well, she's out of reactions until her next turn.
Right.
Alrighty. I will once again attempt to pound on her with my big maul.
Okay.
And do worse.
You did worse?
At this point, I kind of just want to like screw my damn weapon, but nope.
Screw these dice. All right, so you missed?
I missed.
All right. At least it wasn't a 1.
No, it wasn't. It was a 3.
Aranax.
This one monk's gonna kick our ass.
Gonna move up here. And his breath weapon recharged. And technically, because of this wall, you are protected, Sparkles.
Woo! I'm hiding.
So, Manshoon.
What you thinking?
Ooh, he saves. He'll take half damage. So it's only going to be 60-10 damage. I don't think that's enough to save him, but, maybe we'll roll all ones. Ooh, no. Manshoon
Those are not all ones.
is no longer with us.
Just a pair of smoking boots.
Yeah, there's nothing left. And Sparkles, you're like this through this area is just filled with fire, and there's like smoke coming off your little gossamer wings. Impa King, what would you like to do?
She has no reactions, so I will move past her and over here by Bug.
Okay, so you get up, and you are no longer prone. Okay.
And then I will blasty blast.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't a good one. Second one's a 26.
There you go.
Plus 5, 20 points.
Ow. That finally put a spank on her, but she is still up. Anything with bonus?
No, I've still got my hex on her.
Okay. She's going to move up to Bug.
Ew, Bug sneezed on her.
Like, get away from me. I'm allergic to you.
And
I'm allergic to evil.
that's right?
Power word sneeze.
Yes. Oh, that would be a
That sounds terrible.
Oh, thank God. I was like, that doesn't look like a D20, and I rolled a 1. I'm like, whew, I rolled the wrong dice.
Well, what are you rolling a d12 for?
Yeah, I rolled a D12. 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop hitting me.
Stop whacking on me. For 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And you need to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
Yeah, I made the saving throw. Like, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Her
No more
second
temporary
attack is a 16 to hit.
That does not.
Okay, and her last attack,
Ooh.
21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For 11 points of bludgeoning damage and make a DC 13 con save.
What were our temp hit points this turn?
7.
So the first turn, I lost those, and then the second turn,
Oh.
I took back to 11. But I did make the saving throw with an 18.
Okay, so you are not stunned. Sparkles.
Um. That's a long way around. Reroll the thing. Oh, max. New 10 hit points is 9.
Woo!
That is max right now. Let me go ahead and whip off an arrow at her.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Double damage.
I still got my favorite bow on her.
I think that you might have just ended her. Like
7, 4, 11, 22 damage.
Oh wait, she
Nice.
she went. Well, I don't know if this is going to help her anyways, but she does have a reaction left. So I don't know if this is going to help her or not, but we'll see. She negates 12 of that. You did 22.
Takes 10.
Yep, nope, that didn't help her. She deflects the arrow and bounces it right into her face. And
Just shot her hand into her face. Just
yeah, she caught it and just stuck it in her own forehead for you. So she fails on her deflect arrow, and you pop her in the face, right in the forehead with an arrow, and she goes down. And Aranax comes over here, and he's like, "Are you all right?"
Mostly.
So Aranax is going to cast. He's going to cast on you. Probably hope if I had the right book. Oh. He will cast Cure Wounds at 5th level. That'll be 5d8. That plus his... Yep. Plus his spellcasting ability. So plus 7. You all get 39 hit points back.
Nice.
We're back.
Sparkles hugs his massive leg. You're the best draggy ever.
He says, and,
Thank you, Max Kenobi. You saved us.
he says, that was Manshoon. I was unaware that Manshoon was involved in the city of Waterdeep. Be sure to tell Laurel Silverhand of this. This is dire news.
We must make haste, indeed.
Yes, make haste. Now go. And so you guys vacate your way out of the tomb. You guys can take level 6. That was a pretty big battle.
Woohoo!
While you guys are leveling up, I will be right back.
I can fly now.
Nice. Who's in the puppet? I think that was upstairs. Oh, no, apparently somebody knocking.
I don't know. Do you have like a Phillips screwdriver?
Sorry, I don't. No. I'm sorry, I can't help that. You have a great day.
Come on, D10, don't do me dirty. I'll take it.
I'm now resistant to necrotic, radiant, and thunder. Not the most frequent, but hard to gain if you don't have it.
Right.
I have that extra attack now.
So, you guys make your way to you make your way to the castle ward, and I mean that takes you a bit of time. But I mean, if you want to spend 5 silver pieces, you can catch a dray and take public transit. But essentially, you head to Palace of Waterdeep, where Palace of Waterdeep is pretty much where all of the the governmental stuff. There's the Palace of Waterdeep, and then there's Castle Waterdeep. And Palace of Waterdeep is where, you know, it's kind of like it's like the Capitol building versus the White House. And so you make your way, and of course you pass Agron's Tower, which is an old tower named for Agron's, the staff of Agron. Agron was, you know, thousands of years? Yeah, kind of. He's the one who created the staff. He's the one who safeguarded Waterdeep. And so you make your way to the Palace of Waterdeep. And going into the palace, the gates, it is now, you know, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, because when you guys entered the Vault of Dragons, it was late evening, like late evening, 1, 2 in the morning. So I mean, you're talking about early, super early morning, what I would call late evening. And so you guys make in. By this time, the gates are open. You know, not so much to the public, but like this central courtyard area is kind of open to the public, whereas in the main keep itself is where all of the official business and offices and things of government are sitting and take place. How are you approaching this? I mean, are you finding a secretary? We need to speak with so and so. I mean, how are you doing this?
Well, he did the sending, so the lady's expecting us. So I think up to the group, we should use that. You know, what's her name's expecting us? We have an important conference.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, that actually. Go ahead and make a. Nah, you don't need to make a check. That actually
Did
works.
we rest before going there?
No, not yet. I mean, you did get hit points back, but I don't know that.
Well, what time of day did we come out of there?
So, like I said, you guys went in. When you went in, it was probably about 2, 3 in the morning. It is after making your way. Even if you each spend the 5 silver pieces to ride a dray, by the time that you get to the Palace of Waterdeep, it is now 9:30ish.
Yeah, I was going to say 9:30 a.m. or p.m.
a.m.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it doesn't take you 24 hours to cross Waterdeep. I mean, maybe during a parade, but Traffic, yeah.
The 405 in LA.
Yeah, it's well after 9 bells. So you tell a secretary that you are here to see the Open Lord of Waterdeep, Laryl Silverhand, and she leads you. So there's this large hall, this chamber that there are a number. It's a square chamber, but it's kind of rounded with bleachers, and that is where the Masked Lords usually sit. And in the centerpiece, there is a dais where the Open Lord stands, and anybody. Your previous characters have been in this room before. Anybody who is addressing the Council of Waterdeep stands, you know, it's about 15 feet down, and they have to look up at all of these guys as they present their case or you know, for any conference. You lesser people are beneath them. But she leads you past that chamber and into a side tower and takes you up to the top of the tower and knocks on the door at the top of the tower, and you hear a faint, "Yes, you may come in," and you enter to see Laryl Silverhand, who looks like this.
Ooh, fancy.
And Laryl Silverhand, you can all make a history check.
Not me.
Nope.
History, you say?
Yes.
I got a +2. Let's see. 13.
So with your 13, you know that you know bits and pieces. So you know that Laryl Silverhand, she's old. And she is wearing a robe of the Archmagi. You know that. She is elven, and you know she is old by elven standards, but she doesn't look a day over maybe 35, 40 years old. But you notice, and all of you can see this, is that there is you can see some wrinkles around the corners of her eyes starting to show. And generally, overall, she just has a tired appearance. Like she is weary of this world. And when I say she's old by elven standards, God, she's got to be pushing... she's got to be pushing 950, maybe 1,000 years old. She's been around a while. She was originally, I want to say that she was married to the original Blackstaff, and through the normal course of D&D adventuring, that all ended precariously. But she welcomes you, and she says, "Yes, I received the sending message from Aranax." And the secretary shuts the door and leaves. And she says, "Is it true that this gold dragon was guarding all of this money?"
Very much so.
Is guardian.
She says, and she kind of mumbles under her breath. She says, "Will his treachery never end?" She says, I was told that you would bring proof of this."
Do we present her with the stuff?
Yeah.
Sure. Show him the scale.
So she rummages through the bag. There is indeed 500 gold pieces in there. She doesn't count it. She's not as anal as Aranax is, but she does pull out the gold dragon scale, and she says, "Did you encounter any forces going into? What do you, in your quest to find this horde of gold dragons? What kind of situations have you run into? Does anyone else know about this?"
We think Manchun does.
Manchun? Her eyes grow wide. She goes, there is a Manchun clone active in Waterdeep?"
Well, there was up until about 6 a.m.
So you guys know that and you've known for a little while now. I mean, you've been kind of racing against Zentrum forces trying to get to the gold dragons before they did. And I mean, you chased them across rooftops. You got into a fight with them in a movie or in a theater, and all manner of things. And you know that they are operating out of Kolat Towers. Are you going to inform her of that? Are you going to inform her that the Xanathar Guild is after this?
I think telling her all the people involved will hasten her to agree to our proposal. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay, hold on a second here. Figuring something out here. So out of she thanks you profusely. The first thing now that she knows this, you can all add another 1 renown for your various guilds. And in addition, so you guys are, with now that you're, I believe, what, renown 4. You guys are you guys are pretty much well known with your actions. You are clearly of noble repute. She gives you a 10% finder's fee, and to the tune of 50,000 gold pieces.
It's enough to pay off our debt, I believe.
And then some.
So yeah, you can throw that into your kitty, or you can split it up between. You probably want to cut in the other 2 guys if you want it. So basically, it would be 10,000 apiece.
And then some.
But she, in addition to this, she says, "I know that you have worked diligently to reach these gold dragons, but the threat to Waterdeep is not over. If it is true that Manshun was operating out of Kolat Towers, then it is with great imperative that is dealt with. I would like to deputize you as initiates of Force Grey. So you can now add to your allegiances Force Grey Renown 1. And I beg of you to deal with the situation at Kolat Towers. Put an end to Manshun's operation."
I don't know that anyone's ever put an end to Manshun's operations.
Well, at least put a temporary end to his operation here in Waterdeep. We don't want a Manshun simulacrum or clone suddenly setting up shop in the middle of Waterdeep. So here's something else and I should have brought this up. When Aranax blew fire all over Manshun and ended him, what you saw, you didn't see any body left. Instead, there was simply a puddle of water.
Fun.
And of course, a lot of steam, but yeah, it was just a puddle of water. And so, so she says, "Will you come to Waterdeep's aid and deal with Manshun at Kolat Towers and put an end to this threat to Waterdeep once and for all?"
Sounds like a party.
So she reaches into a desk, and she actually gives you guys each a platinum-plated, like, marshal's badge, showing that you are officially members of Force Grey.
Does that give us discounts in any places?
So, what you know about Force Grey, probably not. In fact, some tavern owners may actually charge you more. Because Force Grey, usually when Force Grey gets involved, they're kind of like the special forces troubleshooters of Waterdeep. And they actually have a reputation for accidentally causing a lot of collateral damage. So usually Force Grey is only brought in the most dire of situations. The reason why she is deputizing you under Force Grey is because the main Force Grey group is currently busy dealing with other matters. And so there is only you. And you have been quite effective so far. You haven't, I mean, with the exception of, a fireball explosion outside of your own tavern, you really haven't, destroyed half the city. So that's a plus.
That is a plus.
And she tells you that she will. So the other thing that she requests is that you give her the Stone of Golor, and that she will send her people to start carting out the gold dragons from the vault, and she'll take over as far as talking with Aranax and kind of smoothing his ego over and whatnot. She understands a gold dragon's greed and their biological need for treasure, and so and she says Aranax is an old friend of Waterdeep. So I will speak with him and kind of. I guess not soothe the ego, but he was as deceived as many were by Dagalt Neverember.
So he'll get trauma counseling.
He'll get yes. He's going to go to therapy, and you were gaslit.
Mm-hmm.
And so she tells you, all of this. You get your reward of 50,000 gold, and begs of you to deal with Colat Towers. Where do you guys want to go from here? I mean, you could go shopping. You could say fuck it and go directly to Colat Towers. It's all up to you.
Do we get the Force Grey magic item?
No, not with Renown 1.
Well, now might be a good time to hang out in town, divide up the money, do what we need to do, upgrade whatever we want to upgrade if we're going to push for a last confrontation.
Yep.
That's true.
I'm sure our loan is only 1,000 gold, so not hard to pay that off.
Yeah, then that hopefully the next time we play, everybody else will be here. They can buy what they want to buy. Then we'll all be set to move on.
Yeah, I would say probably automatically right off the top, you're going to want to spend 5 gold, and that's going to replenish your arrows, spell components, your general spell components. If you want to buy something special, like if somebody needs, a diamond for resurrection or whatever, that of course is aside from that. But 5 gold will replenish your general rations, spell components, arrows, crossbow bolts, javelins.
And we each have what, 10,000 gold?
Yeah. So I mean, 5 is nothing. But I would say, and I mean, of course, that is also going to say that it is replenishing anything in your quote unquote the catch-all adventurers packs or clerics packs or whichever pack you ended up with. It's basically just restocking that pack. It shouldn't cost you more than 5 gold. Now, if you want to buy something else, that's of course on top of that.
That's what I was thinking. If anybody needs a ring of protections to boost AC or upgrade a weapon, whatever we need to do.
10,000 gold will take care of it.
I need a cloak of billowing. Oh.
So if you want to buy magic items, the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to make an investigation check, because essentially you're going to have to ask around to find underground auction houses, things like that, of where an auction is currently being held to sell these kinds of, because there's no, there's places where you can go to buy spell scrolls, and of course there's libraries where you can go to learn new spells, but magic items are generally not something that are just openly sold. They literally have they're literally considered priceless.
Oh,
I want to find a ring of protection, see if I can afford one.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah, you find, so with your 16, you do find a auction house in the Sea Ward, and this with the 16, this is a high-end private auction. You will need, so you're aware of where it is. Let me. It is in the Ritzy Titsy neighborhood, and in fact, it is not far from the House of Wonder, and it's just off of 5th Street, and or I'm sorry, Flint Street, and it is in a large noble manor. But it is by invitation only, so somebody will need to make a persuasion check to try and get hobnob with the higher ups. If you spend 100 gold, you can go ahead and make that with advantage.
Sure.
Oh, for character development, just so you guys know, when I leveled up, I took level 3 Swarm Keeper, so now I constantly have little tiny pink pixies floating around me.
Nice.
Cool.
15 on persuasion.
Okay. So you guys kind of go into this high end. I don't want to call it a tavern. It's certainly not a pub. It's more like a tea house that serves liquor, and has a a pipe room, and nobles and rich folk hang out there. People that bought their nobility, they all hang out there, and you kind of polish yourselves up. I'm sure that you didn't go in your battle clothes, and Impa King is able to kind of hobnob his way around. Of course, this is more his environment than anybody else's, since he's one of these people. And he is able to procure 3 invitations to this auction. And part of that is that Impa King, talking with these other nobles, says, I heard a rumor, such and such, that there is a ring of protection that is up for sale. And they confirm it, and one of the nobles claps you on the back and says, "Oh, well, why don't you and your friends come to this auction? It seems like you have the money to spend." And so you guys get an in to this auction. And the Ring of Protection is the first item up for sale. And we will say...
Oh my god, I need a bottle of Boundless coffee.
The Ring of Protection is going up for sale for 1,700 credits is the opening bid.
I will bid 1,800.
Okay.
1,900. Oh.
Make a persuasion check. Oh, that's not hard. Yeah, you only beat him by a lot. So, sold for 1,800 credits, or 1,800 gold credits. Sorry.
Oh.
I played Traveler last night. So yes, you get a Ring of Protection. The next item on the block, as soon as I Find my. There we go. They hold up a sword. It is a long sword in a scabbard, and immediately the first thing that catches your attention is that the handle of this sword, the pommel, is quite shiny, jewel encrusted, and it looks like the grip is almost. It looks like white marble that has been wrapped in gold brocade, and then there's like a little gold crown with a ruby inside of it on the end, and they pull it from, and the scabbard is absolutely fantastic as well, but they pull it from the scabbard and you can immediately see runes all along this scabbard, and they yell out that this is a sword named Galadorn. Opening bid on Galadorn, and you can all make a history check. Bug, you get advantage on that check.
15.
Okay. So what you know, or the stories that you have heard of Galadorn is that Galadorn is a holy weapon. It is so what you know is that it is a holy avenger. For a paladin, that gives you a +3 bonus to attack and damage. When you hit a fiend or an undead with it, the creature takes an additional 2d10 radiant damage. While you hold the drawn sword, it creates an aura in a 10-foot radius around you. You and all creatures friendly to you in the aura have advantage on saving throws and spells and other magical effects. If you have 17 or more levels in Paladin class, the radius of this aura increases to 30 feet.
Okay, well, that's going to be a while, but I don't think I'm going to get the last part.
No, but so the opening bid for Galadorn is 12,000 gold pieces.
12,000?
Yes.
Fuck! I'd have to take a loan to get that shit.
It would be worth it not only to you but to the rest of the party.
Sparkles is willing to chip in too if that helps.
Same.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a holy avenger. It is a +3 longsword.
I'll chip in too.
So that's only 8 for you.
D8 slashing, or D10 because it's versatile. Okay, so I would maintain my overall damage.
+3.
Yep.
+3 as well.
Plus additional damage to undead and fiends.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so 8 from me and then 2 from you two guys?
Yep.
How about 1 from all 4 of the people? Instead of 2 from you two guys, we could do it 1 from everybody. And everybody just gets less gold. They don't need to know about it.
That's true. That would be an extra 5K.
Will be 4K because it's the other 4 people plus me, right?
Well, it'd be you're right. So yes, you're correct. Another 4K.
So instead of 2K from each of them, just be 4K split across the party. And if they're not okay with it, then you guys can give me the 2 later, I guess.
Well, I mean, they're going to benefit from it too because as long as they're within 10 feet of you, they get bonuses to their saves.
Yeah, I mean, however you guys want to slice and dice it, doesn't matter to me.
Alrighty.
The other thing that you know about Galadorn is that Galadorn is rumored to not be from this plane. Is rumored to be from another material plane. You don't know exactly where, though.
Some angry angel's gonna show him like, give my weapon back.
So go ahead and make a perception check, or not perception. Make a persuasion check.
I'll give
I
him the
would
help
like
on that.
thaumaturgy to make myself glow a little bit more and make myself look holier than I already am.
Okay.
Can I get that roll at advantage?
Yeah. If Empiking's giving you advantage, so Empiking is getting up and moving around the room and kind of distracting the other nobles, and so you get advantage, and I'll give you because you're glowing, I'll give you a +3 to your roll. So advantage +3.
Advantage +3. Okay, so that's 11 plus 5, 16, 19. The roll wasn't great, but with that +3, it's 19.
You are now the proud owner of Galadorn.
Yes.
So the first thing that you need to do is you need to attune to Galadorn.
Alrighty.
And then so yeah, you get those abilities right off the top. But the other thing that you didn't know about Galadorn is that Galadorn is an artifact. So
Hopefully it's just not sentient.
oh, indeed it is.
24/7 is just going to be telling you how great the gods are.
Yes.
Or the
It's
church.
gonna be like having a televangelist stuck in your back pocket the whole time.
That's cool. We're just going to be talking about how great my God versus it God. Like, your God's so great. My God's so great. No, I mean, I think both of our gods are pretty awesome. No. My God's better. Really? I think my God's better.
Roll D100.
Oh. Is this going to determine how friendly it is to me?
No.
24.
While attuned to this artifact, you regain 1d6 hit points at the start of your turn if you have at least 1 hit point.
Oh, that's handy for you.
Yeah. Literally to get a D6 at the end of every turn? Or at the start of every turn?
At the start of every turn.
You have regeneration powers.
Roll another D100.
Okay. 12.
For the tank.
You gain proficiency in one skill of the DM's choice. Do you have proficiency in religion?
I do.
Do you have proficiency in history?
I do not.
You are now proficient in history. So that means you can add your proficiency bonus to the history skill.
Sweet.
And roll one more D100.
Okay. 37. I was almost at multiples of 12 there.
While attuned to this artifact, you cannot be charmed or frightened.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
And last but not least, roll a final D100.
Holy crap. 65.
While attuned to this artifact, you can't smell anything.
No sense of smell.
No sense of smell.
I mean, I guess that could work in handy if, like, if we end up some places it's got like a
Yeah, I
really
mean,
bad smell.
Yeah, that's not
Smell it.
necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Just means food is no longer amazing to me. But bugbear, I eat everything anyway.
And then, last but not
Wait,
least,
that affect, wait. Does that affect my detect good and evil stuff?
no, because that's That's an entirely that. Yes, I mean you can still smell the smell of sulfur when evil is around, or the smell of rotten eggs, because that's more of a divine sense rather than an actual olfactory sense.
Okay, cool. So like, I go from smelling nothing to just rotten eggs only. Like, oh god, it's so much worse now.
Right.
Ooh, that actually more in tune with evil because it's the only thing I'd ever smell.
Roll 46.
4d6.
And drop the lowest die.
Okay, that's a 1, so that's cool. Is a 9, 14.
So Galadorn has a 14 intelligence. And roll 46, drop the lowest die.
Oh, you start. I just realized I'm going to write all the intelligence stats. Okay, so intelligence 14, 46, drop the lowest. 5, 10, 13.
It has a 13 wisdom. And roll 46, drop the lowest one more time.
Weird. Okay, 11.
It has an 11 charisma score.
Okay.
Roll D100.
D100. 86.
It can speak, read, and understand one or more languages. In addition, the item can communicate telepathically with any character that carries or wields it. So it is able to talk to you. Roll a D4.
D4, where you at? There you are. 2.
It has hearing and normal vision out to 60 feet, and its alignment is lawful good.
Hearing and vision to how many feet?
60.
60 feet. And lawful good. Okay.
And so Galadorn tells you telepathically that it is a Holy Avenger sword of a god named Hyronius. From its understanding of its time here on Faerun, or in Faerun, that would be equivalent to the god Tyre.
Oh, okay.
So, or very similar to Tyre. So Bug is lawful good, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, the sword is perfectly happy being in your hands. It feels that it is in a good place, and that because it's telepathic, it automatically knows what your guys' mission is, and it's like it's gung ho. It's ready to go smite some evil.
It would have been hilarious if it spoke all the time, but they didn't share language.
Just keeps talking. Nobody can understand each other. That would be hilarious. Billy, roll
Yes.
D100.
100, you say? Let's see, there's that guy. 82.
Let's see here. This actually might be something you want. I wasn't sure that was going to work out so well, but actually it did. The next thing on the auction block is a staff of healing. Has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC and spellcasting modifier. Cure wounds for 1 charge up to 4th level. Lesser Restoration, 2 charges, and Mass Cure Wounds for 5 charges. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes in a flash of light, lost forever. Bidding on that will start at... $1,500 credits.
Ooh, yeah.
Easily.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
We'll help with that.
I like how Epic King just keeps going around the room going, "Hey, yeah, before you bid on that, I got a question to ask you."
16.
Tell me about the cult of the crushing wave.
Yes. Do you have time to talk about the cult of the crushing wave? So, yeah, you are now the proud owner of a staff of healing. That does require attunement.
Nice.
Are you specifically hunting for anything else? Anybody?
Let's see here.
It's about armor that would be able to give me a little bit more to my AC. Like
Make a
like a +1 maybe, +1 chainmail possibly.
Make an investigation check.
15.
Yeah. In fact, they have +1 plate armor.
Ooh.
And hold on here. It is going for all of my tabs are getting worn out, and the ink is getting worn off, so they're not really much use to me anymore. Let's see here. Here it is. So this is +1 full plate. It is going for 3,000 GP.
Oof. That is 1,000 more than I got after getting the sword.
Anybody want to help the paladin?
How much does he need?
Another 1,000.
I can chip in 1,000.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. There's not a lot that I want to buy.
Appreciate it.
You are now the owner of +1 full plate.
And
I'm all but broke now.
And keeping you alive saves me spell slots.
Right? Yes. The majority of Sparkle's spells are going to keep Bug alive.
+1 plate. How nice.
I would be interested in a cloak of arachnidia.
Let me take a look.
Sweet. My AC is now 20.
Make an investigation check.
Dude, that would have not hit like 4 times last fight if I'd had that.
Ooh, top 21.
Yeah. There is a cloak of arachnidia, arachnid, whatever. That word. It is going for 4,100 credits.
Wow.
Or 4,100 gold. God.
Credits, gold, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
When it's science, when it's sci-fi, it's credits. When it's
Right.
fantasy, it's gold.
Right, exactly. That
I'm
seems
not-
to be the
I'm not
common.
sure that's important enough for half of my resources.
So these items aren't actually up for auction. They are just stuff that you're finding around. You could haggle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have the imp chiming into what the guy's wearing or what we notice about his habits or something, and try for advantage on persuasion at 3K.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
But I could have haggled for my mail. My
There we
plate.
go. Crit.
Okay, you can get it for 3K. So yeah, with Bug's plate mail, that was they were pretty much selling that at base price, anyways.
Oh, okay.
It was basically they sold it to you for twice the amount of standard plate mail. So I mean, it doesn't get any really cheaper than that.
Good point. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Anything else? You got one more that you can search for.
I'd like to keep a certain amount of my resources in play. I got 2 very effective items for resistance and saves. Unless somebody has a pot of, what's it called? My friendly shrub, pot of awakening.
Oh, is that? God, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
It's a common wondrous item, so it's not high tier, but it will be fun for me.
Yeah, you can pick one of those up for 500 gold.
Okay. So let's see, 19, 29, 59, 64.
And we'll give the other guys 2 chances next week to see if they want to buy anything with their money, and have you all meet up back at. Have you guys all meet up back at Trollskull Manor and plan your assault on Kolat Towers. So the one thing that you might want to keep in mind for Kolat Towers is that you do know you've heard rumors that there's some kind of invisible barrier around Kolat Towers, and so you might want to consider how you might want to work about getting around that. You don't know how deep underground it reaches, so it might be possible to tunnel, or if you have, if somebody, maybe Edith, has the ability to cast Dispel Magic or something like that to get through. But that is your first barrier of even getting in, because you can't even get to the front door. So, but we will pick this up next week, and guys just don't need to. And yeah, we'll pick this up next week, and at 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Great, thanks, guys.
Yep.
Awesome.
Have a good one, guys. And I will continue to do my research, and but I threw Castles. The free version of Castles and Crusades is up on the file server if you guys want to take a look at it and peruse it. Don't bother making a character. You don't have to go. I mean, if you want to learn the game and make a character, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But it's up there if you want to peruse it. And like I said, it's a quick, easy read, especially since you already know 5th edition. Just look up the pertinent information and you can see how it works. I will see you guys next week.
All right.
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.